Live Monroe Baseball. This is Coach Trish coming to you with my assistants Toby, Tommy, and Nate. We are bringing the baseball workouts to you. Due to the social distancing, I want to keep you guys moving and working towards your goals so that once we're all set to resume baseball, you guys are fit, strong, flexible, fast, and ready to go. So we're going to go through our half an hour workout. All you're going to need is either a mat and a towel, or and then some weights. You can either use 16-ounce water bottles or a can of soup or beans, but something that weighs about a pound. So let's get started, guys. Like always, we're going to start with our dynamic warm-up. So go ahead and start your jog. We're just going to jog in place for 45 seconds. Just to warm up. In addition to this workout that we're doing today, make sure you guys are going outside and throwing, and have your family help you throw some grounders or pop-ups. Keep your gloves moving, and also swing the bat and keep everything fresh as we're home a little bit more, and get outside. All right, and stop jumping jacks. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, line it up, boys. We're gonna come into our ankle grabs. So you're gonna step, grab your ankle, try to keep your knees next to each other as you stretch the front of your thigh. Go ahead. We're gonna do about 10 of each, trying to keep your balance. And I'm gonna have Toby and Tommy not do everything perfectly, even though they both know this program well. I want them to show you some common mistakes. So turn around, boys. We're gonna come into knee hugs. So go ahead and grab your knee and bring it to your chest. Good. So I don't expect them to do it perfect. I don't expect you to do it perfect. But I am going to point things out that they're doing so that you can work on it at home. They're both doing a great job keeping their heel down, keeping their bottom leg straight. Great, boys. Turn around. Let's come into the cradle. You're going to grab your knee and your ankle and turn your leg out to the side. Good way to stretch out the back of your hip. The next one's a little more complicated, the Russian kicks. You're gonna step, you boys know this one, step and then touch your opposite toe with your opposite hand, swing that leg straight back, go down to the ground and touch your opposite toe with your opposite hand. Take a step and then you're gonna do the same thing again. Really working on balance here. Go ahead. So I don't know if Toby's done this one before. So you can see him work on trying to keep the balance, which is great. And he's even keeping the back leg pretty straight. So Tommy's doing a good job of swinging that same leg all the way through. He's been doing this for a few weeks. Good, and now turn around. We're coming into the lunge and lift, so you're gonna take a big step with your front leg. Back leg stays straight, arms come up overhead. Another big step into a lunge, arms come up. Go ahead, boys. So want to try to keep that back leg a little straighter, Toby. It's really going to stretch out your hip flexor. That's it. Good. Good. Next one is going to be a lunge and twist. So you're going to step, twist, twist, step, twist, twist. Get those backs loose for baseball swing, for throwing. Go ahead, guys. This dynamic workout, this warm-up, shouldn't really take you more than 6-7 minutes. And if you want to do a couple more than what we're doing here, go right ahead. You can pause the video. I also uploaded this to YouTube, so you can do them as often as you like. This workout isn't too hard to do every day. I would ask that you try to do it twice a week. Okay, lateral lunge. So guys, facing this way, you're going to take a big step out to the side, get your hips all the way back. You're coming into a side lunge and then stepping it together. We're getting an extra workout because we're going uphill. Good, nice form, guys. See how their weight is back, and see how Toby's knee is not coming over his toes. He's keeping his weight back so the pressure is off his knee. Switch and go back the other way, boys. What you don't want to do is let that knee come forward over your knee. It puts a lot of strain. Have the knee come over the toe because it puts a lot of strain on the knee. So they're getting a really good stretch in their inner thigh with this one. Great, everybody's favorite. You baseball boys know what I'm talking about. the inchworm. So you're gonna come all the way down to the ground, walk your hands out to a plank. Thank you, Connie, go ahead. Walk your hands out to the plank and then pause the arms and walk your feet up to your hands. A great way to stretch out the back of your body and avoid hamstring injuries, which is so common in baseball. Good, you guys can do one more here. Excellent. We're gonna come into a sumo squat to work on stretching out our heel cord. So if you guys can just face the camera, you're gonna come down into a nice deep squat, trying to keep your heels down. Getting better at that, huh guys? So you're getting a nice stretch in your heel cord, a little in the groin area. You could even make this a little more dynamic and come up and down with your hips, keeping the knees out. Good. And then always before you throw, you should warm up your arms. So let's do some arm circles. We're gonna start small and go forward 10 times, making them a little bigger as you go. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Switch and go backwards. Start small and then make them bigger. Great job, guys. And then a few arm swings. Hug yourself, hug the world. Warm up the front and back of your shoulders. And then really at this point, you're ready to play. You can go out in the yard and throw the ball, or go ahead and start some running, some sprinting drills, shooting hoops, whatever your sport is at that time. So you can keep it live. We're gonna go right up to the deck and do some exercising here. So come on up this way. But you guys are going to be laying flat on your backs. You could put your heads this way if you'd rather not have the sun in your eyes. It's up to you. All right, we're going to start with, make sure you get them in the shot.
Yep.
We're going to start with femur arcs. Hold the camera. Okay, so laying flat down on your back. Bend your knees. Great. So get that vitamin D from the sun. It's good for you. It's chilly out, but it's sunny out. You're gonna lift one leg up into tabletop and then dip it back down, moving only from your hip, only to bring it right back up. You're gonna do each leg 10 times. So here we go. 3.
Can we do it in the bridge?
4. No.
Oh, okay.
5. 6. You can do this different ways. There's different variations, but today we're gonna do this one. Starting to feel it?
9.
Last one, and switch to the other leg. 1, 2. Nice job. So what the boys are doing with this is they're trying to keep their backs nice and still and isolate the motion just to the hip. And if you guys can help me count, that'd be super.
8.
You may be feeling this in the front of the thigh, the stomach muscles. Great. Coming right into a bridge. So go ahead and lift your hips up and then lower them back down. We're going to do 10 regular bridges just to warm up. Go ahead. 2, 3. What time are we at, Nate?
8 minutes, 40 seconds.
Perfect. 5, 6. 2 more. And then next one, hold it up. Lift one leg up into tabletop. And then you're gonna lower and raise the bridge down and up. Go ahead and lower the bridge down, lift it back up. 1. You're driving off that left heel. 2, 3. This is gonna strengthen the back of your leg, the glute muscles, which is where you get your power from. 7. Right? 9. Last one. 10. Switch legs. Do you feel it, guys?
Yeah.
Yeah. Go ahead. Up and down. 1, 2. And if you have any questions or your parents have any questions, please comment on the YouTube link. Great job.
8.
Good. Put that foot down. You're gonna bring your hands behind your head at this time. You're not pulling on your head, but you're resting your head in your hands. You're gonna inhale to prepare. As you exhale, you're gonna lift your head and shoulders up off the mat. And go ahead, lift 1. And you're gonna come about halfway, just so your shoulder blades come off the mat. Go ahead, 2. So a little less, Toby. 3. Yeah, that's it. And do 10. That's good. 6, right?
Yep.
And last one, hold it. Now bring one leg up to the tabletop position and grab your knee with both hands. Good. Extend the other leg out to a 45-degree position. Now you're going to keep your shoulders lifted. Go ahead and switch your legs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Last one. Great. So like I said, for weights today, we're using cans. If you canned beans, if you have weights at home, you can use them. These are about a pound.
This isn't a sponsor.
What we're gonna do with these is the boys are gonna put one can between their knees and lift your knees up to tabletop. The other can is gonna go between your hands. Now you gotta squeeze the can. I think it'll be better if you go this way, Toby. You gotta squeeze the can.
Beans.
All right, with your legs. Arms go straight up to the ceiling. Done right, this exercise is hard. You don't want to go all the way over, so you want to control it. You're going to let your knees go to the right, arms are going to the left, halfway. And then, oh, see what happens when you go too far? Good demonstration, Tommy. Great, I like that. Go ahead and switch and go the other direction and come back up. So if you fall over, get back up, just like Tommy did. So this exercise, you can put your head down, Toby. This exercise is really isolating your oblique muscles, which are very necessary for throwing and hitting any kind of rotational sport. Are you guys counting?
Yeah.
Good.
8, 9, 10.
Great job. You can lower your feet down and you can put the weights off to the side. You're going to flip over onto all fours facing this way. So your hands are going to be under your shoulders. You're going to be up like a baby crawls. Good. So hands are right under your shoulders, knees are bent and under your hips. You're going to alternate lifting your right arm and your left leg at the same time. We're going to go up. Now this is the one, boys, we've done before where you're imagining something balancing on your low back that you don't want to fall. And you're going to alternate hands and legs for 10 times. So you kind of, good job, you guys are both doing great with this. You're pulling your belly button in to support your spine as you alternate lifting. Remember to breathe. Oxygen is essential for muscle function, so breathing throughout this whole exercise. What are we on?
8.
Good, 2 more. Great. So now you're going to come down to your elbows. Your elbows are going to be down on the mat. You're going to keep your knees under your hips for this one. Walk it back just a little bit. Palms are going to be down. You're going to lift up onto your hands into a triceps press and then lower it back down. The further forward you lean, the harder it is. So if you get your weight over your hands, it's going to be a nice hard exercise to work the backs of your arms. Go ahead. 10 times. Toby already started. He's way ahead. If you don't feel this working the backs of your arms, you need to get your weight out further. Don't be afraid to ask your family to help you with these exercises too. It sometimes helps to have somebody else look at you and say, am I doing this like the, guys on the video? Sometimes it's hard to see unless you have a mirror. And then after 10 of those, you're going to come back to hands under shoulders, knees under hips, grabbing a can with your right hand. You're going to lift that can out to the side. So you're going to hold it out like this, lift it up and out, and then bring it back down without rotating your trunk. So you're only going as far as your shoulder goes. That's it. 2,
How far do we have to bring it back
3,
down?
all the way down so it barely touches. No, it doesn't have to come that far. Just till it barely